Greetings, students. This is Advocate Sogone again. Let us continue with our lessons on constitutional law, right? Now, let us talk of the dramatic changes that happened to our constitution in as far as the jurisdiction of the constitutional court, because we've heard lately people say things like contempt of court cannot be brought to the constitutional court. It is wrong. Contempt of court should only end at district court level or the high court level, and there was an issue, and we even had riots where a matter was taken to the constitutional court for the court to decide whether somebody had to be taken to jail for contempt of court. So we need to appreciate this, because these are all about the development of our law. So it is important that law should develop. What we had then, I know in your first year of studies you were told that the constitutional court only deals with matters that are of a constitutional nature. That mentality should be erased from your brains, and never to be allowed to come again, because it is wrong. The Constitutional Court is not for constitutional matters only, and it is not there to deal with the contraventions in the Bill of Rights. That was the other mentality that we were once told, that the Constitutional Court deals with matters that are contained in Chapter 2, which is the Bill of Rights. That is also incorrect. So erase that thinking from your brains, because it is wrong. Now let us talk about the dramatic changes. All right. As of the 23rd of August 2013, right, there were what I would call dramatic, big changes of our constitution, right? Because on this day, both the Constitutional 17th Amendment Act, right? So please note that 17th Amendment, which means our constitution has been amended not less than 17 times as of the 23rd of August 2013. So this mentality of thinking that the constitution can only be amended if the ANC or any other party has two-thirds majority, please dispel that thinking, because it is not correct. Right. So on the 23rd of August 2013, the Constitution 17th Amendment Act of 2012 and the Superior Courts Act 10 of 2013, right, commenced on this day, right? Concerning these changes, my homeboy Judge Justice Madlanga, right, as he now is, had the following comments to say about these changes, right? And I quote. He said, the court's jurisdiction is governed by Section 167, subsection 3 to subsection 7. So go and look. If you are going to be dealing with the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, so go and look in your constitution. Look at Section 167, subsection 2 to subsection 7, right, of our constitution, right? Whereas, this is what the judge said, whereas previously Section 167, subsection 3 conferred jurisdiction on the court to decide only, right, constitutional matters and constitutional issues, right, or any other issue connected with the decision on constitutional matters. Now, the section has been amended by the Constitution, 17th Amendment Act, to make the Constitutional Court the highest court in all matters. Now, for a change, as from the 23rd of August 2013, the Constitutional Court became the highest court in all matters, right? Now, this is what is contained in the amended sections, right? So everyone should be aware that this constitution has been amended many times. It's only that when the people are dealing with section 25 that they seem not to be willing to amend. I don't know what is the problem, but it can be amended or some people say there's no need because it is straightforward. It does not need any amendment. But now let us get what the Constitutional Court says in the amendment of section 167 subsection 3. It says the Constitutional Court is the highest court of the Republic and may decide constitutional matters and any other matter if the Constitutional Court grants leave to appeal on the grounds that the matter raises an arguable point of law of general public importance which ought to be considered by the court. Right? So that is very important. Anybody studying constitutional law should go and consult that section, which is section 167, subsection 3 of our Constitution, right? B, that now paragraph B of that section says, the Constitutional Court makes the final decision whether a matter is within its jurisdiction. That is also very important. So, which means, once again, when you read law reports concerning constitutional matters on the SAFLI or from JUTA or LexisNexis, remember that that big day, which is Friday, the 23rd of August 2013, is the most critical turning point about the jurisdiction of the Constitutional Court. From that day onwards, the Constitutional Court became what is today called the apex court. So it became the top court in South Africa, right? And you will also see that the date, that is on Friday, 23rd August 2013, also affects the way we determine constitutional issues. It also became the commencement date for the Superior Courts Act 10 of 2013. You must go and look at that act because that act is very important for the status of law practitioners. It changed their status tremendously, right? It makes lawyers more appealing. Okay, so that is also very important for any law student. So what is very important here is that you must remember that if a matter is a constitutional issue, then you need to consult section 167 subsection 3 paragraph B and 1 Roman figure in brackets of the Constitution. So look at that. That will be the section that will help you determine the procedure to be followed. And also, if the matter is of a non-constitutional issue, you will then use section 167 subsection 3 B Roman figure 2 in brackets. So look at those, then they will tell you exactly. So you must consult those two sections in the Constitution in order for you to decide whether this is a constitutional matter and whether the court will have jurisdiction, right? And also, section 17 section 17 subsection 2 paragraph F of the Superior Courts Act is part of the leave to appeal process. So if you want to know exactly how the process go about, go and see section 17 subsection 2 paragraph F of the Superior Courts Act, which is Act 10 of 2013, and also look at the case of Klute versus S. Right, the citation will be 2019 4 SA 268, the constitutional matter, and look at paragraph 33 of that case. Right, and also you must also remember that if the Constitutional Court grants leave to appeal, and also see that the grounds that the matter raises are arguably a point of law. You see, those are the requirements, right? So you will see that there are requirements for a court to grant a leave to appeal, right? So before we continue the constitutional part, we need to complete the appeal cycle on non-constitutional issues. That is, now we'll be dealing with section 167, subsection 3b, Roman figure 2 of the Constitution, which permits an appeal on non-constitutional matters, right? Or any other matter can be taken to the constitutional law under the following conditions, right? That is, if that matter the Constitutional Court has granted leave to appeal, it can be taken to the Constitutional Court. Or if on the grounds that the matter raises an arguable point of law, it can be taken to the Constitutional Court. Or also, if the matter is of a general public importance, that matter can be, those are the reasons that we need to raise. So why are we bringing this matter to the Constitutional Court? This matter is of general public importance. That's the reason. Or that this matter raises an arguable point of law, right? Or fourthly, if which ought to be considered by that court, right? You must say that this matter is of general public importance and it ought to be considered by the Constitutional Court. Then on those grounds, you can then bring a matter to the Constitutional Court. Sometimes lawyers forget the requirements, especially requirement B, because the requirement B says on the grounds that the matter raises an arguable point of law. So you must say that, because you will not succeed if you have forgotten the fact that a matter if it's an of non-constitutional matter, if it's not it's a non-constitutional issue, it has to raise an arguable point of law for it to succeed. Otherwise, you will fail as a litigant if you want to bring that matter to the Constitutional Court. Right, let's hold it there. Please consult the sections that I've just stated.